Who dies first? The smoker or the guy who dips chewing tobacco? Most people get this wrong. We tend to assume that one of these habits must offer a slightly better biological bargain than the other. The reality is that both of these choices are entirely fatal. They simply execute the human body through completely different biological mechanisms. You aren't picking a path of survival. You are merely choosing the exact method of your own demise. Let's jump to day 1. From the outside, the user feels perfectly fine. But inside the respiratory system, the damage is immediate. In a lung alveolus, when a smoker takes a drag, thousands of toxic chemicals rush in, aggressively coating delicate air sacs in particulate matter. Meanwhile, chewing tobacco instantly launches an acidic, localized assault, eroding healthy gum and soft tissue cells. Despite feeling perfectly healthy, both users have triggered a catastrophic countdown, completely invisibly, right at the cellular level. Fast forward a few years. The smoker begins to notice a real loss of physical capability. Cardiovascular and respiratory functions degrade. Running like they used to is impossible. A persistent cough settles in, and simply drawing a deep breath requires conscious effort. The tobacco user's warning sign is much subtler. A small, distinct white patch appears on the otherwise healthy pink tissue inside their mouth. It's a sore that simply refuses to heal. And the critical mistake made by almost every single user at this stage is treating it as a minor inconvenience. Both bodies are flashing clear biological alarms that major systems are failing. But human denial is powerful, and it consistently overrides the instinct to stop. Years pass. The hidden cellular decay we saw on day 1 escalates into irreversible systemic risk. The smoker is now weighed down by escalating, interconnected threats, a continuously climbing probability of heart disease, strokes, and catastrophic lung damage. The tobacco user avoids that internal organ failure, but they trade it for an agonizing, highly localized physical nightmare. The soft tissues inside the mouth begin tightening and hardening into rigid, fibrous bands. The mechanical restriction becomes so severe that basic acts like eating a meal or talking to a friend turn into a painful struggle. Then comes the medical emergency neither of them expected. One user ends up in a hospital bed fighting for a single breath. The other wakes up from surgery entirely mutilated, missing a piece of their jaw, their tongue, or their cheek. Ignoring those early symptoms guarantees a total loss of bodily autonomy. The toll is exacted either through severe suffocation or radical facial disfigurement. So we return to our original question, who dies first? The truth is, the exact timing is a biological unpredictability. This logic tree maps out the fatal diagnoses awaiting these users. One suffers a heart attack, another develops lung cancer. Another faces oral cancer. They take different biological journeys, but the ultimate destination is exactly the same. In the mechanics of tobacco consumption, there is no winner. There is only guaranteed total damage. But the physical decay is only half the equation. A deeply rooted psychological trap is what actually keeps people walking down these paths. It's called optimism bias. It is the persistent human belief that the grim statistics apply to everybody else, and that you are the magical exception to the rule. Most people believe it won't happen to them, and that illusion of invincibility remains perfectly intact right up until the moment it does. Tobacco ruins the body, but its most effective weapon is tricking the human mind into waiting until it's far too late to care.